Good evening, friends. Welcome to today's family session, and I will call upon our president to start the meeting.
Thank you, Santa. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the second meeting of this year and second speaker meeting of this year, which is our favorite, which is all in the family. And I would like to welcome Annet Divya Rajan today. And we would love to hear her story. And Sohail said, grill. I don't know who's going to grill who, but it's going to be a good session, I'm sure. And would like to also welcome Sohail back to the first speaker meeting as a re-entry into the club. We'd like to start the meeting today with a silent invocation. So can we have a silence for a minute, please?
Sure.
Thank you. And over to the secretary for the secretary announcements.
Hello, good evening, everybody. And on 7th, we have Anne Alka's birthday. On 12th, it is Anne Artie's birthday. On 14th, it is Anne Madhumita's birthday. On 20th, we have Sujata's birthday, and governor's visit is on 20th. It's about that, and over to Nandita.
Nandita, you're on mute. Nandita, you're on mute. She's on the road, I think. The car broke down sometime back.
Yeah, hello. Yeah, no. I after the secretary announcement, over to Rajiv for telling us what is in store for us today. So Rajiv, over to you.
So I was waiting for this.
Huh?
I was waiting for.
What were you waiting for, Rajiv?
No, I thought you will give a lecture and all that, some nice speech.
Me lecture? That's your job, Rajiv. You are club services this year. I did it last year.
Okay, good evening, everybody, and welcome to another speaker meeting under All in the Family. And today we have Anne Divya Rajan, PTG's daughter, with us. Thank you, Anne, Divya, for joining in. And over to you, Priya. Priya is going to be the moderator today. So over to you, Priya.
Hi and good evening, everyone. Thank you all for taking time out to be here with us today. Actually, I'm very nervous, but I'll just go with what this thing. So I'd like to introduce to you Ms. Divya Rajan. She works with the solar and renewable energy, but her passion is to work with animals. And thanks to COVID, she's getting to spend a lot of time with animals these days. She is specialized in a branch of veterinary sport medicine. This is a complete 4-year course, which includes a formal training, which she has done at the University of Tennessee. She will now talk to us about her work, and after which we will have the floor open for questions. Over to you, Divya.
Okay. Hi, Priya. Thank you for that introduction. So as she was saying, I started off mainstream like everybody else, but I was always been a little weird and always wanted to work with animals. Eventually in my life, my dog became pretty sick, and she slowly started losing her ability to walk. And I wanted to do something about it. So I rushed to the whichever university in the world that can teach me how to make her walk again. And literally every day, anything I learned, I would tell my mother, and my mother at home would apply all my techniques that I learned on my dog Buttons. And then whenever I came to India during our breaks, I would try and learn a little bit about Indian medicine as well, like Ayurveda and all these other things. And I tried to slowly incorporate all that into it. And eventually she walked. She went from a dog that was normally walking to like losing and her legs, and then she got back her walking. So I knew I was on to something. And so that's where the journey began. I finished my training there. I got lot of what do you call it, accolades or whatever for my work, because I think the passion was like ridiculously high, more because I had this dog at home that I wanted to desperately help ensure that she walks again. So that's where it all started. So now I've officially become a veterinary sports medicine, like a branch of it I've taken up, and I've become what's called an animal rehab therapist. And so it's basically, what is it? It's sorry, our electricity. So it's nothing except that if you have muscle stiffness, soreness, chronic pain in your knee, back, whatever, you go to a sports medicine doctor who would then recommend you to do certain exercises, and then maybe you'll have a physiotherapist to add a layer of somebody helping you out through these processes, and then you become better, hopefully, at the end of it. So that's something similar. So I'm also doing something like that without any use of medication. I'm trying to help resolve several issues for dogs and cats. But I ended up getting invited to do work with horses and cows and all that. But I do that. But my majority is with dogs and cats. So there's lots of complaints that I get, like my dog isn't walking properly. My dog can't stand. My dog is not able to sit. My dog is too old. All these older dogs get a lot of stiffness, pain, arthritis, the whole deal. Everything comes for dogs and cats too. So then there are some specific breeds of dogs and cats that get, some other issues, like German Shepherds will have hip issues, or, these little short dogs that are really long. They're like called sausage dogs, like Dachshunds, they're called. So those guys have all these neck problems and stuff. So there are some breed specific issues too. The more man-made they are, the more issues they have. And so what I do is I look at these dogs as a whole. I check out their movement. I try and analyze where the issue is. Is it at a muscle level or bone level, nerve level, whatever it is. I see how they're walking. I see their gait, and I analyze, and I try to find the source of the problem. And my ultimate goal is to resolve the issue completely, unlike some other vets who would probably just give you a steroid for your dog, or I don't know, some muscle relaxant or painkiller, and then the dog will be running around again. And then they're like, oh, great, the vet's done a great job. But they're basically just putting a Band-Aid on top of the situation, and the problem continues. So what I try to do is find the source of the issue and resolve it from the source. And most of the time, I think currently I'm at some success rate of some 95%-ish or so.
Wow.
I've been able to help lots and lots of dogs and cats within literally 1, 2, 3 sessions. That's it. And each session's about an hour or so. And I will use now techniques like Varmakale, Ayurveda, acupressure. And then I'll also use all these techniques that I've learned at the University of Tennessee. They're all these ultra fancy, modern, high-tech stuff, like, specific exercises and formal stretching and all that for the dogs. It's kind of cute to watch us do our work. So there's like aqua therapy, which is the new in thing where you throw a dog into a swimming pool and make it swim and stuff. So those are all the new age stuff. But I take that and I combine it with our good old ancient medicine, and then it works wonders. If you just use these fancy techniques, also it works quite well, but it takes like 8 to 10 sessions. When you combine it with Ayurveda, immediately within like 2 sessions, it's done. So vets don't want that. They don't want the dog to be cured within 2 sessions. They want the dog to continuously have an issue, so you keep coming back. But my goal is to, as much as possible, resolve it and send this dog back. So I don't always see eye to eye with a lot of vets, and a lot of vets don't always agree with what I do here. But this is how I do it here. I prefer doing only what's needed. They prefer doing as little as what's needed and as much as what's not needed. And just, you know how it is. It's become a bit of a commercial market. So I have not got sucked into that yet, and I hope I never do. And so that's pretty much what I do. And these dogs go back to their normal lives. They're happy being dogs. So they start running around and jumping around and just being their happy selves. And that's it. So that's literally what I want. So that's it. That's pretty much what I do.
Okay, so when we say that, like when we get a pain or some stiffness of a muscle or something, we know we can talk and say that, right? We've got this arm paining or leg paining or whatever. But in a dog or any other animal, till it doesn't come to that level that they start limping, the issue isn't really known to the human owner, right?
No, it shouldn't. It is not known. Yes, it's
So and if we take our dog or pet, whatever we have, to a vet, the vet should be actually recommending them to someone like you, rather than putting them through these painkillers and
yeah,
whatever the other medicines and all. Why isn't
correct.
this yet taken on so much in India? Like, why haven't why is it so difficult? I know the vets think they know it all, and they are the deal breakers for our pets, but not it's not true, right? It's people like you who can make a difference for a permanent like a permanent cure.
Yeah, so this is a relatively new field. I've been told, I do not know for sure, but I've been told that I'm the only one in India right now with this qualification, because it takes a long time to get it and people don't have the patience to spend that much time to develop skills and all that. So it is new. It is, I have to fight a lot with vets and be like, listen, this does work. Their fear is that if it works with me and they just send it to me and 2 sessions I cure it, then their patient goes, right? So they don't have a regular patient coming to them. So that's one thing. That not everybody. There are some vets who very much want it in the city and they are always sending their cases to me. So I have this whole set of vets who swear by me in the city, and I have a whole set of vets who don't want to have anything to do with me. So that's it's also about them, no? They have to be more open to learning new things as well. So I think as I do something about it and as the dogs and cats improve, I'm hoping that they will also be more open to this is just an adjunct therapy or whatever, and it's not always about a pill or always about a painkiller to solve the issue, that you can do other ways, can have other ways to make some, like I sometimes these vets, they have sent me even paralyzed dogs, and I've had some luck in trying to help paralyzed dogs walk again as well. Like right now I'm treating a pug who had, I don't know if you know what a pug is. So a pug is that Vodafone dog that became very popular. So his name is Boomer. So he jumped on the bed, but then he didn't land on the bed correctly and fell backwards on his back, hurt his back, and now he became paralyzed from the back down. Nobody knows what to do with it. The only available medication is steroids and some nerve treatment and something, and then hope for the best. Instead, luckily, this vet knows me, believes in me, trusts me, sent the dog to me. It's been a few sessions. I think we've been on like 3 or 4 sessions. He's now walking again. He's standing up, and he's able to stand on his 2 legs. He didn't have any control over his pee and poop, all that he's got back. So it's this is almost impossible to predict with just pure allopathy. So this is possible at such a quick turnaround period because of this alternate medicine. And so I'm hoping that people will see that through each one by one, I put in my heart and soul for each of these dogs and cats. And one day, I think I will be able to convince some more vets that this is a good option. The trust comes both ways. I also have to earn their trust.
Right. Yeah. So what, like, if you were to tell us any of the most challenging, I'm sure every pet whom you've attended to has been a challenge because it's, dear to someone. So what would you tell us a few of your experiences which you really look back and,
I think the most challenging was my own dog, to be honest, mostly because
apart from Boomer.
Yeah, no, Boomer is not my dog, but the most challenging was my dog. But because it's very hard to do it for somebody so close to you. Her name was Buttons.
Button. Sorry, I got it. Okay.
No, a good memory. I know you spoke about her. I can't not talk about her. She's a very important part of my life. But yes, so she was the toughest for me because she was my first, and then she walked again, and it was life changing. I mean, after I've started my work, I haven't, the paralyzed cases are my toughest cases. It's very hard to watch them because they are like dogs that just want to be dogs, just like human beings who are paralyzed from their waist down. However hard it is, it's equally hard for them. They're like dragging their legs and body and all. And so it's very hard to bring back a nerve once it's been damaged. So with Boomer, I was able to do it quite successfully because we caught it like within 10 days of his injury. But if it's like suddenly some street dog on the road dragging itself for the last 2 years, then I don't know. I don't think I can help. So I'm not a miracle maker here. I'm not doing any magic. This is like systematic, scientifically driven, specifically targeted medical techniques that I will apply, and then we hope that the body does respond. And so far it's been pretty good.
So you learned all these acupuncture, like the Kerala Ayurvedic and all the other Indian kinds of forms of treatment, and applied it along with the what was taught to you at the university at Tennessee.
Yes.
The like you can say a fusion of both of them has
yes.
not made you a miracle doctor, but yeah, made a change for
definitely.
Made you make a change in some of the lives of these patients.
Yes. And all these issues that we're talking about will affect like some 99% of the dogs population in the world and 99% of the cat population. Everybody gets old, everybody goes through joint issues, pain, back pain. Female dogs that get pregnant have back pain. Just like we humans go through everything, they go through everything.
This may sound as a silly question, but I want to know, like in our human body, we have these muscles, and so you have to map it to the muscles of the dog or the cat or the horse or the cow, whoever you. So how was that whole process for you?
So I had to learn it on a human, and then dogs also have shoulder muscles, back muscles, hip, leg, the same thing. They're just positioned differently. So the way they are, so like dogs are on their four, so obviously at the back is flat, unlike us where we are standing up straight. So you have to know their anatomy. So it's their nerve anatomy, their muscle anatomy, their whatever, all their stuff. And then you just reapply all these points that I have. Not only the points, you have to apply the pressure, the angle. You know how this Varmakale and all that stuff works. So so then you just reapply all these pressure points on their muscle based on, because a pug is small, these huge breeds are like the same muscle is much bigger. So I have various things that I have to take into consideration. I have, you guys know what a mastiff is? They're like the size of like a calf. And a pug is like the size of...
Just these things, I don't know much about dogs.
No, we spoke. She knows a lot about dogs.
Please say it. Repeat it, please.
So there's like various differences, like I don't know, it's called hamstring in humans, but in dogs it'll be called something differently, but it's basically the same muscle, just positioned differently. So you'll have to reapply this whole acupressure. I can't do it the same way I do it for a human. I can really damage a lot of stuff in the dog. So I should really know what I'm doing before I do it.
And then I'm sure they relax and like when you're doing something right?
I haven't had a dog bite me so far. I had a client ask me that just today, has any dog bitten you so far? I said, no. Somehow they seem to know that I'm not there to harm them, and that, this is a more relieving kind of a pain, not like I'm causing pain. And there is a lot of pain they deal with. They whine, they cry. And then when the pain stops, they just fall asleep. Most of them, sometimes within a minute they fall asleep, sometimes within 5 minutes. The moment the pain goes, they have this huge sigh of relief. This dogs and cats, I don't know, it sounds like a pressure cooker to me. It's like just the way we heave a sigh of relief, they also heave a sigh of relief and they fall asleep. There's no pretense, there's no drama, nothing, right? They're very pure, right?
What you see is what they are.
Yes, so they express exactly what they feel. So they're happy, they're happy. They're angry, they're angry. So, but if they are relaxed, they fall asleep right then, right there, just asleep. So that's how I know that I'm on the right path.
Right. Divya, I can go on and on and on about when it comes to pets and animals, but I would like to throw the floor open to questions. Anyone who would like to ask Divya any questions, or have anything? Nareen is here. Nareen has a new puppy at home. Not new, 6 months. No, now Simba's. Nareen's on mute.
Yeah. It's more than. Hi, Divya. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you?
Fine, very well. So yeah, I have a golden retriever. It's about 1 year plus, 1 year 2 months.
Uh-huh.
As you said, I think as they go older, the shoulder and the hip starts giving way for them.
Yeah,
that's
sometimes
thing.
like Labradors, they are prone to hip dysplasia. So those guys start at young age itself. Those issues will start. So
Correct.
If they have any of those issues, then you should start looking at how to keep the issue as far away from as possible, because when it's once it starts hurting, it hurts a lot for them. They tolerate everything, but why should they tolerate? We should keep the pain as low as possible.
Have you tried homeopathy on pets?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. You have to be a homeopathy doctor and do a whole veterinary homeopathy.
UK has got a separate hospital for vets, and veterinary doctors train in homeopathy for veterinary animals and dogs. So
okay,
there are some miracle medicines there also, which
yes,
helps, like a first aid.
very much supportive therapy. Lots of it is there. So I think you are a homeopathy doctor, maybe. Or,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I don't treat pets, but
maybe we should collaborate, and I should encourage you to try some of that, because there's lots of dogs and cats that can benefit. Very tired of people just giving them a steroid and something else. So I'm really hoping to open this world up to something else to solve their issues.
Better for them.
Yeah, another option, another way without medication to try. Can't promise, but at least we can try.
True. Nice.
Yeah.
So where is your clinic? Where do you practice?
I haven't created my own space yet, because I right now work with different vets. So I go to their clinics and I do. Or if the dogs are really, if it's a family known to me, I just go home and go to their house where the dog is comfortable. Pulling a dog out of their home already triggers irritation. So I try to go home and keep the dog comfortable.
That's very nice.
But I should know the people, then I go.
In their own comfort zone.
Yes, in their own in the dog's comfort zone.
It's very important, because we see these videos of how pets are taken to vets, and they
hate it.
They hate it. So
yeah. So that's where we are. So you have a golden retriever, or did you say a Labrador retriever?
No, golden retriever.
Golden, nice. Simba, is it?
Simba, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Very
1
cute.
year, 1 year, 2 months old.
Yeah, that's very young.
Let me see if I can show it to you.
He is adorable.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I can't see. You can only see my face.
You'll have to.
No, let me spotlight.
Yeah, spotlights. Come on.
Sit.
So sweet. He's so cute. So calm and.
You okay?
Yes, I can see.
Hello, Simba.
Yeah.
He's joined the party.
Hi, Sohail. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Fine, man.
Good.
Okay.
So, Divya, it's very interesting that you're bringing in the traditional Indian wisdom, okay, to treat pets. Now, when it comes to pets in terms of dogs, cats, and all that, I think at least in India, it is a more recent phenomenon. More people are getting into adopting pets and all that. But being from Kerala, I can tell you that for centuries, Kerala has been following Ayurveda to treat elephants, because the elephant is very popular animal.
Yeah.
It's sort of pet. So people, have elephants at home. There are so many and people go crazy about,
Yeah.
elephant. And
Yeah.
and traditionally, it's only these traditional medicines and those techniques they use to cure. And there are experts in this field.
Yes.
They're all from Ayurvedic background. And
Yeah.
by looking at the elephant, the way it walks, if they say the way it waves its trunk, they can tell what's wrong with it. So that kind of expertise is available, and therefore it's a proof that this works. So if it can work on elephants, it can work on any animal. So I think it's got a great future, and you are on the right thing, and can really
Hopefully.
see that you're so passionate about it.
Yeah.
And, best wishes.
Thank you. Thank you. A lot of people after hearing me do ask me if I do some grooming for dogs and all.
Yeah.
You don't want to send your dog for grooming to me. Basically, like, this is it's almost a medical doctor, but it's I stayed away from medicine only because we do too much of cow and pig and all that, which I really didn't want to do in veterinary medicine. And then you do lizards and snakes, and I'm good. I just do birds, dogs, cats, horses. That group is what I do. So it's been it's been really interesting ride for me. There's people who love it, there's people who hate it, people who think I'm absolutely ridiculous for doing it. My parents love what I do, and my mom made me promise that I can do anything as long as it's not pathology, because that's all she said. My dad tried very hard to get me to do accounting and all that stuff. It really didn't work. So I am on my own, and they very much are for what I do, and they don't always fully get what I do. And I come home with all these stories. Ma, today, Boomer did this. Ma, today, I don't know, Freya fell down today, but then today she got up on her own. I have all these random stories for my parents, and they can't really keep up with all the names of the pets, but they try. So it's been very interesting, and I'm really hoping that through me, there's any number of dogs, cats can one day benefit.
Yeah, I think you should use platforms like social media and make sure that more people come to know about it.
And they're aware.
Yeah, one is to take your help in treating their pets and all that, but for more people who are pet lovers, who can take up this as a profession. So
yeah, I mean, I am on social media, and I do try to post as much as possible and videos and stuff like that, but I'm not very good at it yet. I should do more. It's very hard to talk about yourself constantly. I have to learn to do that a little bit more.
Now that you know Priya, she can definitely amplify you.
You can share your Insta handle, and we'll share it so people, the pet owners in our friend circle in the Rotary, can
that makes sense.
To information from you, and
even Metro Zone does.
Yeah, Metro Zone, we have a pet group. I have fish, so I've been trying to get into that pet group and saying I have a fish tank, and I be in the pet group. They said it's only for the canine and the cats.
Cats, I've had someone come to me and telling me they love their Vastu fish and they want me to try acupressure on it.
This is
like,
not
I don't.
Vastu fish.
Somebody asked me that question. So I didn't really know how to do acupressure on a fish. So I haven't been able to treat that one, but I do get these requests.
And I think Santa can do it.
Yeah, Santa's gone to the kitchen, I think. Where's Santa?
And if it's not successful, he uses it to cook it and eat it.
But yeah, some interesting animals I worked with. Some interesting animals I worked with are like snow leopard cubs I worked with, armadillos, pumas. At the University of Tennessee, the entire zoo animals will come. Okay. So in the entire America, there's only one sanctuary for elephants in the US, and it's in Tennessee. It's like a 500-acre farm where all these, these circuses, right? The Russian circuses, and also they all got banned recently, and all those elephants are in the sanctuary.
Rescued and
so they just get to be elephants now. So we get to go there and see them, and whenever they get their x-rays done and all, we get to participate. It was quite interesting. So I haven't worked with elephants much in India, but I have worked with elephants in the US, especially those were the African elephants. they still don't walk normally. They'll still walk holding each other's tail, even though they're free. And also they're very, they're very
They've
like
been
trained like that. So they don't know how to be elephants and all yet, but they're quite cute. So then, so I worked with some really random birds. And yeah, my mom's reminding me, I worked with a bear once. I worked with lions too. Yes, mom. My mother.
You
And
told
like
me when you're driving, Meera will remind you of things which you good that she's
yes,
around.
she is listening, and she's reminding me of. So lots of birds I worked with too. Like people will come, they have chickens as pets. I had a 6-year-old boy come to me. He had a hen named Henry, and I had to help Henry because his claws got twisted with each other like that, and so I had to untwist the Henry's claws, and now Henry probably still alive. I don't know, but yeah, hopefully the family didn't eat Henry. Any news there? So yeah, so I have all these funny names and all that we have to deal with. But it's very interesting. I mean, you guys should come and see me at work one day. It's if you guys like dogs. Or
I would love to.
Yeah, you're welcome anytime. Today I had a basset hound come. Do you know these hush puppy dogs with these long ears and all that?
Right.
So I had one of these. He was like a 12-year-old. He's like an old grumpy dog that walks slowly, and he came. So I get to meet all these cute, funny, happy dogs as well. And I get to make them pain-free, and they can go and be dogs. So it's a good day at work for me.
Nice. Really nice.
Can I go next, please?
Please, Sahil, please.
So, okay. First of all, Divya, hi. And
hi.
Very interesting to hear what you just said. And it's great work that you're doing.
Thank you.
I have always been petrified about pets. Like you said, Henry for hen. I've been petrified about pets. But yeah, having a cat in the house about 2 years ago really, got me used to it. And
right.
I got to liking the cat, and I know more I'm, petrified about pets around me, especially cats and dogs. So question for you, cat has how many lives? They say cat has a certain number of lives. No, I'm going to say something.
Out and
I'm not testing your knowledge, but I'm going to say something about it, which is why I asked you the question.
I don't know. I think it was only one.
They say a cat has 9 lives.
9 lives.
Okay.
That's what.
Yeah. So the cat we had actually has consumed 4 of those. Yeah. So 2 times on 2 occasions she swallowed stuff. We had to cut her open, and on 2 occasions she jumped off. Once the 2nd floor and once the 4th floor.
Oh my God!
And she's got like a permanent jaw issue. I don't know if you can look into it, because what I understand with some research we did is that can only be treated by a feline dentist. If I'm correct me if I'm wrong on that. Yeah. So for whatever it's worth, I will, have her, checked by you. And she's one ferocious thing. You've been good around pets, but I don't think you can handle her. That's one. Okay. And the second one is that African parakeets. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen one of them at my friend's place, the guys with these big beaks.
African grey. Yeah.
Okay. So every time I try to put my hand in the cage, my friend says, you will lose your finger. She will cut it for you. Is that true?
Absolutely. Probably. It depends. I mean, we had an African grey at home too for several years.
They wouldn't do it to you. They would do it to us.
That's true.
That's the difference. Yeah, that's all for me. That's all for me.
They're pretty cute, aren't they? They talk a lot, I think, African greys.
Yeah. Big ones. Yeah. Really.
Our African grey has tricked my dad a few times, and has learned my father's car alarm tune or the car unlocking tune. So he will do it, and my father will run like a crazy man outside. Yo, car. It's happened.
Awesome. So thanks, Divya. It was really, really interesting.
Yeah.
And it's good to be
here.
here.
Thanks, for that question.
That's a share, actually. If you guys want to.
Very philosophical question. Cat has 9 lives.
Yeah. General knowledge. We all learned something today.
Yeah. Anyway, Divya, thank you so much for lovely talk on what you do and giving us insight into, what you've been doing. And please do share your Instagram handle with us so that we can spread the word. Okay.
I'll message it to you.
Yeah, I'll be interested for sure. You can.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah.
Thank you so
I'd
much
lo-
for your time.
Yeah, thanks a lot for this
Thank-
opportunity. Thank you guys for
Thank you,
listening to
Divya.
somebody
Nice.
who's not this normal, usual pathway in life. And it's different. It's not very accepted. So thank you for making some time to listen to me and to hear me out and what I'm doing.
Pleasure.
That's no, it was.
Nice.
I think it was a
Very-
pleasure, and I think that's what all in the family does. If you ask us, to share what different our Annets are doing and what's happening in our family, so that we know each other a little better. All
Yeah,
of
yeah.
us, yeah.
Right.
So it's amazing
So,
to listen to.
Divya, Nandita's
What you've
daughter
been
is a
doing,
cricketer.
honestly.
She plays
Okay.
in the under 19 team.
Nice, nice.
But,
Oh
yeah,
my God. Okay.
so quite unusual. And
Where did
Yes.
that come from, Raji?
Why? That's awesome. I can relate to that too. I've played squash for India and I've won
Yeah,
some stuff in life.
Oh,
So
how come you
long
didn't tell
back.
me that
Yes.
when we spoke?
Oh,
Yeah. So
I mean,
I
I was
knew
long
that
ago
part of you,
as a
Divya.
junior.
Super.
Always
That's what
did
PTC had mentioned
every.
about you long back. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. No, it's the goal is never to study. So whatever it is, so that I don't have to study, I did. I have to go play
You
with my
enjoyed
dog.
it.
I have to go.
That's important.
Yeah, very much.
I'm very happy my younger one is not listening, because it's just telling her your board exams start day after tomorrow. Chuck everything and study right now.
No, I was playing some games till about 10 days before my boards, and I also came back. Then only we bought my books and all. My mother had to go buy. So yeah, no. So we did some. Yeah, it's just education is not for all. There's other things in life, I think.
Priya, you should actually listen to her experience in Pakistan.
Oh God!
When they won the Asian gold, junior gold medal was won by the team in Pakistan, and then so there was in Islamabad, and you can imagine the relationship with this. There's always been bad. It was some years back, but still it was bad. She had some very.
I don't think it's any different today. Maybe worse. I think when you win the gold medal, your flag has to be hoisted, right? The Indian flag. So imagine in Pakistan winning a gold medal, they refused to, raise our flag because we were live on the famous TV in Pakistan. It's called PTV, and we were live on PTV on prime time, and they said, "Sorry, we won't be able to raise your flag," and all that. The men's went on. I think Malaysia or something won the gold, so they finished that. Then they called us back after all the crew guys left, and then they said, okay, we will now raise your flag. And they took one kutti, like one small paper Indian flag, and they were just waving it. They refused to hoist it. And then they said, okay, please wait for the Indian national anthem. And they all played Sare Jahan Se Acha, Hindustan Hamara.
Oh my
God.
They refused to play our national anthem. It was ridiculous. It was like most childish, most idiotic, ridiculous thing ever. We had like people and slogans outside screaming Kashmir Hamara and all these things and all. Like it was quite an experience of like everything except squash. There was like a lot of things politically going on around. So, but yeah, we that is our team were just like, you know what, you sing what you want, that's fine. We sang our national anthem and we left. But yeah, it's some so those guys are those guys.
You
they
played
are
your
who they are.
game, though.
Yeah, we played and we won fair and square, and we just wanted, but no, it's very hard for them to accept women playing, women winning in Pakistan because of us raising a flag. It was, so yeah, anyway, not to dilute this topic here that you're talking, so I will stop.
Okay, over to you, Rajiv.
Yeah, once again, thank you, Divya. And first of all, thank you, PTG, because a couple of visits, casual visits that we made to your house, you invited us. That's how we got to meet Divya and get to know what she was doing, which led to this. Yeah. So, thank you. Yeah. Over to you, Nandita.
Okay, so thank you, Rajiv, and thank you, Divya, for that wonderful session. It was very interesting, honestly. Yeah. I would also like to request all the members that 20th is the governor visit. So please keep yourselves free on that evening. We have a cultural being organized, and of course, a physical fellowship again in an open space like we promised. So I would like more members to participate this time for the governor visit and be there to know what the club has done in the last 1 year, of course. And be there for the governor visit. Request all the board members to be there for the club assembly at 6 o'clock on that day. So that's all from my side. Yeah, thank you so much, and thank you again for joining in. Yeah.
Thank you, Priya, for conducting this so nicely, because your passion was also very, very evident.